One of the challenges we had was that we had a lot of groups on campus that wanted to use our spaces. We do upwards of 400 events per year, and that's the simple stuff. If you add in practices and teams and groups and clubs, you're talking well over 1,000 events per year that we had to track. And we were seeing a lot of interaction where, somebody would occupy a space on campus that was reserved by another group, and then the conflict occurred. That was one of our challenges. The other big challenge that we had was just that we had no idea how much we were using the spaces on campus. Some spaces were being used literally, almost 18 hours a day, and other spaces were just completely underutilized and not known about. eSpace gave us the ability to go in and not just allow those spaces to be reserved, but also a single space for everything. That was the biggest plus for us, was that it was one place, one contact point, one place to look, and everything was there. We even have a little tag term. It's like, if it doesn't exist in eSpace, it doesn't exist.
Love that.
There was a lot less yelling without being too ridiculous. A number of things. Number one, we initially pushed this culture of put it in eSpace and then at least we'll know what's happening. And then again, our leadership came down and said, look, if you don't put it in eSpace, you're not going to get the space. And so again, there was more accountability. There was more, I'll use the word peace, because again, it led to a lot less conflicts. And amusingly enough, it led to a lot more of the spaces on campus being used for different things. Again, somebody goes in and it's, oh, there's a conflict. Oh, look, these are all the other spaces on campus I can use. And again, it made it super simple. We set up one of the external forums and we share it on our website. So anybody who wants to create something, they literally just go to the forum, fill it out, and then again, if there are no conflicts and everything, it gets approved, and then they're in place and it's done. They don't have to worry about it anymore. That's been a huge source of relief since we've gotten eSpace. You got to understand how much I love the fact that you can customize them for groups. So like, for instance, if you go up and you're a coach, when you're a coach, we actually have a specific coaches forum, and it's only got the athletic fields and the practice spaces on it. So they don't have to scroll through. Again, we have a pretty big building, and as it is now, we only have one real location for the school, but we've got a couple external places that are spaces, if you will. So like we have the Fairmont practice field. It is a separate location, but we keep it under the school umbrella. We only have one location. And if you're a coach, you'll see Fairmont show up in the list. It's, Fairmont Field, Fairmont Volleyball, Fairmont Volleyball area, Fairmont Softball. Again, they can choose those things. But again, we could customize it so that it was just the stuff that coaches need to see. Easy. It makes it way faster for everyone. Leadership being able to identify activities at a glance with the app is the big win. And again, since we have implemented this whole, if it doesn't exist in eSpace, it doesn't exist, it's gotten infinitely better for everyone. Do it. Just do it. Yeah. I suppose the biggest thing I would say is, again, eSpace it's a solution like a lot of technology solutions. You need to see if it's going to fit with your model. But again, when we evaluated a lot of packages, I think we evaluated 8 packages when we looked at getting into this. And eSpace combined ease of use, flexibility, and again, cost. The 3 were just unbeatable in the market when we were taking a look at it. And we still haven't seen anything that's even close. The other piece of that, though, is that there's other things that the eSpace world contains. We just, for instance, right now we're doing the demo for InfoSpace, right?
Digital signage.
And it's like we already have a digital signage solution in place. That is what that is. But this is something that's very focused. It can use the eSpace information, and we can leverage that to make it way bigger than the parts.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Something to think about. Again, the other piece of that is when you're purchasing, look at the other possible uses for this program. They all talk to each other. So again, I was talking with Casey about the whole integration with Brivo, we use Brivo locks. And I'm like, oh, that would fit really well. That
Right.
whole, again, if we could connect those two those two systems together so that when this event is supposed to go down, the locks just unlock and we don't have to do anything. That's a big
Yeah.
win for everyone. And again, it's amazing that it fits in with this really cool package. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but another thing that we found about the company itself, number one, your support is stellar. They get back quickly. They come back with good solutions. Even if they don't have a complete solution for your craziness, they're super helpful with trying to find workarounds for issues that you may run into. The
Yes.
second thing was early on, we identified something in the system that was missing. And that was category. There was no such thing as subcategories when we came into eSpace. And so we actually, again, we had the conversation. Lee and I had quite a few conversations on the phone, and we ended up doing custom development, which was very reasonable in cost to add subcategories. And that's been revolutionary for us. We have over 100 sports teams, clubs, groups, etc. on campus. And there's no way that we can, I mean, with, again, imagine scrolling that list with 100 items in it in categories. No, again, we paid for the custom coding to get subcategories put in there. And again, it's made it so simple. You just go in, oh, sports, fall, right? And boop, and
Yep.
boom, you can choose the thing really quickly and easily. Again, the whole eSpace team and Smart Church Solutions, you guys have been fantastic every step of the way.